Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi there everyone, welcome to my grammar class. This time inshallah we will know more about subjects and predicates. We will discuss complete and simple subjects, complete and simple predicates. As we said before, a complete sentence must have a subject and a predicate. We also said that a subject is the person or thing performing the action or verb in a sentence, and the predicate shows that action or that verb, or it tells us about the subject. For a quick review, you can watch the first video. To be able to identify a subject of a sentence, you must follow some steps. Step number 1, read the sentence carefully. Step number 2, you ask, what is the sentence about? Then, you identify it. Let's have some examples. Example number 1, my heart rate is high. My heart rate here is the complete subject of the sentence. 2, the big lock was too heavy to be carried. The big lock would be the complete subject of the sentence. 3, the brain is responsible for all the body's functions. The brain would be the complete subject of the sentence. From these examples, we can conclude that the complete subject is made up of all the words that tell who or what the sentence is about. Let's move to the complete predicates. To be able to identify a complete predicate, you have to carefully read the sentence, put a slash or a line to separate the subject and the predicate, then ask yourself, what is the subject doing or what is the subject about? Let's have some examples. Number 1, the too much usage of the computer emptied its battery. Emptied its battery here would be the complete predicate of the sentence. 2, I printed all the papers. Printed all the papers would be the complete predicate. 3, the coffee is really hot. Is really hot would be the complete predicate of the sentence. We can conclude that the complete predicate includes the verb and all the words that tell what happened in the sentence. Before moving to the simple subjects, we have some steps to help us identify them. Step number 1, ask yourself what is the main core or the single noun of the sentence. 2, identify what is the subject doing or what the subject is about, and when you find it, save it. 3, analyze the whole sentence. 4, separate by circling or highlighting the simple subject. 5, pin it. You will need it later. For example, a large dartboard hung at one end of the room can provide plenty of fun. Since we're talking about the dartboard and it's the main focus of the sentence, it's going to form the simple subject. 2, my heart rate is high. But there's a question here. Is it heart or rate? In our first step for identifying simple subjects, we ask, what is the main core or the single noun of the sentence? By saying single noun, do I necessarily mean it has to be one word? This example will make it clear. If we ask about the simple subject in the sentence, my fish tank is filled with water, stones, and plastic plants, and your answer is fish, then you're saying that the fish itself is filled with water, stones, and plastic plants, which does not make sense. So, it's incorrect. And if you chose tank to be your answer, then you did not only change the meaning, but also did not specify which type of tank, which is also wrong. But if you say fish tank, then you chose the simple subject that means a water container for fish, other water creatures, and plants, which by the way is a compound noun, and that's the correct answer. Therefore, a single noun does not necessarily mean it has to be one word. If we went back to our examples, the simple subject in sentence 2 would be heart rate, a noun that means the speed at which the heart beats. Example 3, the brain is responsible for all the body's functions. Since brain here is the main thing, it will be the simple subject of the sentence. From these examples, we can conclude that the simple subject is a subject that has one noun as the focus of the sentence. Now, with the steps to identify the simple predicates. 1, look for the verb or ask what about the subject. 2, determine what the subject doing, and when you find the answer, save it. 3, analyze to be able to separate. Last step, pin it. For instance, the too much usage of the computer emptied its battery. Emptied would be the simple predicate. It puzzled me. Puzzled would be the simple predicate. I won first place. Won would be the simple predicate. From these examples, we can conclude that the simple predicate of a sentence is the verb that is done in the sentence. It can be the action that happens, the state of being, or the linking verb. Now let's go over all what we said. The complete subject tells what or who the sentence is about, while the complete predicate tells about the subject. The simple subject is the main focus for the single noun in the sentence, while the simple predicate is the verb that is done in the sentence. We can simply follow these steps. 1. Search for the targeted item, whether it's a subject or a predicate. After this, you analyze. Then, you mark up what you're looking for. You can pause and check this if you like. Hope you fully understood the subject and predicates. If you have any questions, please leave it down in a comment. We'll be back with more videos. Assalamu alaikum.